Moving on to USD Swiss, we can see on the daily time frame we've got that break of structuring towards the downside, and this is the current swing range that we're trading within. Now, we have had a internal break of structuring towards the upside, and we have now liquidated this descending. Okay? So to me, that says we should be ready to start the pullback now, which you can see has started to gain some momentum. Now, this is the demand zone that is in control, and we could just see a bounce from this level. However, because we did see a liquidation of this significant liquidity, I do anticipate that we could actually expect a deeper correction towards some points of liquidity before you can then look for that next upside continuation. Because of where we are, it is slightly difficult to tell. If we had had a clear break and close above, then any retracement down towards these liquidity, I would say with high conviction, we will be ready to start pushing up again. However, because we only wicked it and we are still technically swing bearish from this high in towards this low, this could just be the liquidation event that then means that we are ready to target the weak swing low. Obviously, we won't get confirmation of that until we break and close below this level, but just see what price will do from these points of liquidity, and then we can go from there. Moving on to USD yen, we can see that we are trading in towards the downside at the minute. We've had a bit of a sell-off over the course of the last couple of days in towards the downside, nothing out of the ordinary. We've had the 4-hour break of structure. This is currently the swing range, so from a technical perspective, it would make sense to come down and maybe liquidate these lows or these lows here before then seeing that continuation up higher. It is important to note though, we are at 161, and I do think that if we see the retracement to break this high, I do think we'll see an intervention shortly after that. I really don't think it will go much higher than 163. But for now, I wouldn't touch it. Maybe after we see the liquidation of this low and we see that structure shift, you could trade it back up. I do think this high will get taken one more time, at least before we see that intervention. Moving on to USD CAD, we can see on the daily time frame that we've got our break of structuring towards the upside, and this is the current swing range that we're trading within. Now, there's no clear points of liquidity. We've got this sort of imbalanced bearish candle, and we've got this bearish candle here, but they're not significant points where we've had like an internal pullback. There's nothing too obvious to look for. If we go down onto the 4-hour time frame, obviously we are very overextended in towards the upside, and we've had our most recent 4-hour break of structure here. So this is our swing range. Now, realistically, I would want a pullback down to at least this level before then looking for those higher probability longs. But because of just the momentum and how strong we are in towards the upside at the moment, it does make sense just to keep trading this high upon any liquidation.